Start every day with ice cream. Okay, today, first of all, it's National Ice Cream Day. Let's get the scoop on one of the best ways to make ice cream in your own home. The most incredible texture, the most beautiful flavors. And here's the deal. You're making it most of the time with ingredients that you already have. Here, I'm just gonna take the vanilla, no sprinkles, just plain. Okay, this is better than what you can get in the shops. This is better what you can get in the Pints because this is coming mixed in your own home. The Ninja CREAMi has set the world in motion when it comes to making ice cream because it's not just ice cream. This is truly a 7-in-1. Smoothies, it's mixed drinks, it's smoothie bowls, it's gelato. But it's all about their texture. And that's, of course, we lead it to the leaders in the brand, Ninja, because they bring us not only the best technology, but that mixing blade that really gives you the cream. So you fill, you freeze, you cream, and then guess what? You love. And today, you're gonna love it as a today's special value and at the lowest price we found. Plus, it's a customer top rated item. I don't wanna put my ice cream down, but I do need to show you what you're getting. So come on over with me, and I also want you to grab your phone to give us a call, because if you have a Ninja CREAMi, we would love to hear from you. I don't know, is this the best place for me to show you all you're getting? Come around, okay, cool. I'll come all the way around. If you have a Ninja CREAMi, maybe you're like myself that loves making ice cream at home for my kids. I love freezing protein shakes. I love making blended frozen margaritas in my Ninja CREAMi. Or you're like my sister who's a personal trainer. She loves her Ninja CREAMi. You not only get to pick a fun color to really personalize, but we've got the lowest price that we found on the market. And it's on free shipping and handling in a customer top rated device that has over 650 5-star reviews. I've got white right here with black accents. So white's gonna be your first choice. I love the pink. Look how pretty. It's a nice metallic pink. You'll order pink. But how about purple? Why not have fun? That looks like it could be in an ice cream shop. It's a deep dark purple. We have it available for you in purple. We also have it available. This is called the rose gold. Rose gold is almost like rosé. It's a mix between a champagne and a rose. You're gonna order rose gold. I also have it in the mint. So pretty. It almost feels a little retro in that mint blue. Then there's blue. That's a true classic, gorgeous blue. Cinnamon would look amazing out on your kitchen counter. And then I also have it in cloud silver. And speaking of kitchen counter, most summer and most months out of the year, my Ninja CREAMi does sit out on my kitchen counter because it's sleek, it's compact, it's just a little bit bigger than a coffee maker. And I'll show you all the measurements in just a second, but why you're shopping with us today at QVC on a free shipping day is not only are you getting the pints to store because you'll freeze the night before, you mix in, and then you will fall in love with the flavors that you can create. Look at the extra pints that you're getting. So everybody's going to get 5 pint bowls. You could prep for the whole week, or in my house, maybe someone wants chocolate, vanilla. Somebody wants to make maybe a cereal-based ice cream. We'll talk about how you could do that. And then you want to have a couple beverages on standby. You're getting a book that also includes over 30 recipes. I'm telling you, this just gets you started because many of the ingredients you're actually gonna find, you can use things that you already have in your pantry. You're not having to make extra runs to the grocery store to get items if you wanna make them dairy-free. If you're being thoughtful about low sugar, you can do that all in the Ninja CREAMi. I mentioned the lowest price that we have and that we found as our today's special value. Do you realize with the pints and the recipe book and your Ninja CREAMi, you could spend $259. We're $80 less, and we're shipping it to you for free. So think about how much it costs for you and your family of 4 or 5 to go get ice cream cones at the local shop. And you're maybe not as thrilled with all the flavors, or the one who's not doing dairy is only limited to 1 flavor. Now you can truly customize your experience. Get the most out of summer, get the most out of ice cream, out of gelato. Okay, Kenzie Swinehart is joining us. Kenzie is not only is she a blogger, you've written cookbooks, you are like working alongside Ninja in the test kitchen to get every single thing precise. The texture, the blends, the buttons, the recipes.
I have the tastiest job, let's be honest, because I get to do this all day. I love the texture. It's all about that texture. And look, There are so many times that you know, growing up, maybe made that soft serve vanilla, right, as like a science experiment. This isn't the same thing. This is, did I bring you back for a moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we all know we're kind of like, oh, it's cold, but it doesn't have that creamy texture like you would get from an ice cream store.
Exactly. And now you get that hard scoop. What I did here was I took your vanilla base
Right here.
and I just added some chocolate sandwich cookies to turn this into a delicious cookies and cream. And you can see you've got cookies throughout every single bite. So here's the before and here's the after.
Well, that's easy because let's say some folks in the house just want some plain vanilla. Maybe they're going to put sprinkles or a sauce on top, or you're going to make a root beer float with it. Oh, so good.
Delicious.
But then my daughter would want the mashed up chocolate cookies
and add
right
all
inside.
of the things you want. You have cookies, candies, chocolates, nuts, fruit, whatever it is, you can pop it in there. The literal only thing I'd say is a topping and not a mix-in is those like syrups and sauces. But otherwise, take a look at that and look at that beautiful. I'm gonna grab
my
spoon.
dad
Look
used
at that
to make
beautiful
ice
texture.
cream one time a year. Didn't have texture like that. Sorry, Dad. But he would have to buy bags of ice and salt, and it would take hours. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update, and we're going to talk about how you make your Ninja CREAMi, how you're going to make your ice cream, your gelato, your smoothies. But just in this show, since Rick and I started, about 450 spoken for. This is one of the hottest items on social media. This is one of the hottest items, again, amongst fitness professionals, right? Personal trainers love these. Moms alike love these. Grandparents love them. Because then when the grandkids come over, you could make them any flavor ice cream. So how do I get started? Because this isn't the laborious process that my dad used to go through.
This is not bags of salt and all of the ingredients. This is just three simple steps. You're going to fill it, you're going to freeze it, and then you're going to cream it. And of course, you're gonna love it at the end.
Yes.
So we are taking a can of pineapples. Like you said, this is all stuff you already have at home. I'm sure you have that can of fruit that you bought for some recipe way back when that's just gathering dust. Pop it in here with all of the juices and then pop it in the freezer. So fill it, freeze it. If you follow me over to the freezer, I actually have this already frozen. And then what I did is, you know, I've always got all the bases like you were saying, right? Always have your bases freezing so that when you go to grab whatever it is you want to make, you're ready to go. So you can see, I mean, we're full up in here. So there is literally something for everyone.
But you didn't have to add, like, Kenzie, you didn't have to add any extra sugar to that. That was simply a can.
Yep, 1 can of pineapples chopped in their juice. You could do peaches, you could do mangoes, you could do like the fruit cocktail, whatever it is you have at home.
I know it's really early, but could I add a little like coconut rum to that?
Yeah, delicious.
Because then it would be like a frozen pina colada.
Yes, absolutely delicious. And what you're gonna see is that we're making the sorbet. Sorry to cut in front of you.
Yeah, go right ahead.
We're making the sorbet here, but you get that delicious, creamy, like 5-star sorbet texture. Oh, we've got a pint in there. So what I'm gonna do.
If somebody can't do any dairy and maybe they don't like dairy alternatives, frozen fruit and a sorbet, and you still get the texture that is satisfying like an ice cream.
Exactly. And this is a 7-in-1. So we have 7 functions built in here to this control panel. You've got ice cream, light ice cream. Light ice cream is just the sugar-free or a sugar substitute ice cream, which we'll talk about. Gelato, sorbet, smoothie bowl, milkshake, and then that mix-in when you want to customize flavor. And what's happening now, and I know we have an animation to show this because it's a little difficult to see, we have a creamerizer paddle. So after you freeze it and you pull it out of the freezer, you choose your program, and this creamerizer paddle is what unlocks all of the different textures. It's going to pulverize through that frozen block, shaving those ice crystals and turning them into the perfect texture, that creamy texture that you know and love from ice cream. So whether it's strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, you get that delicious hard scoop consistency every time. So this can go on a cone, in a bowl, and then of course you can customize with your favorite flavors, whether that's chocolate sandwich cookies, you know, those chocolate little candies, I don't know, mint chocolate chip ice cream, Rocky Road, marshmallows. I seriously think your only limitation is your imagination here, because if you can think up a flavor, you can make it happen. And here you're actually seeing those frozen pineapple chunks really churn into the sorbet. So that's, you see the paddle going slowly down.
And it was a can of fruit that you already had. You freeze it the night before. I mean, you can freeze it for 24 hours. I've done less. I've done it the night before and by mid-afternoon, right? It's totally up to you. But this is how you get that perfect consistency. Nobody has to take turns churning the ice cream for hours, right? And nearly working off their arm. The Ninja CREAMi does it, but the Ninja CREAMi gets you that perfect consistency and a flavor palette, a range of texture all across the board. So it takes what, like a couple of minutes?
Yeah, it depends on which program you're using, what you're making, but I'd say about 90 seconds to 3 minutes depending on what it is you're making. And every single program, we built in the technology behind. So that's my team of chefs and food scientists working with the engineers to say how fast does that blade need to spin, how fast does it need to go down through the ice cream. And you can see it now, really that beautiful consistency, whereas before you saw all of those frozen pineapple chunks, now you're seeing one complete sorbet.
500 already spoken for. We're about to reveal what started as a can of pineapple.
Yeah, it started
We put it in one of the pints that you get 5 of. That's a huge difference in why you want to shop your Ninja CREAMi here at QVC. My kids know this sound. It is more effective than me going, guys, dinner.
Yeah.
Like they know this sound because they know something delicious is coming. But me as a mom, and Kenzie, I know you're a mom, you know what you're serving them? Pineapple.
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 Yep. Okay, take a look
Oh my
at
gosh, look
this
at that consistency.
texture. I mean, come on. Like you said, I'm a mom. I've got 2 little ones. And, you know, once in a while, yes, an ice cream treat is delicious, but it's not something we're doing every night. So something like this, I can feel good about. Exactly. Now we can. I just take a look at this beautiful
Scoopable.
texture. Yep.
It is so, and that was frozen pineapple. We didn't add cream. We didn't add a milk alternative. But if you need something that's dairy-free, if you're thoughtful on the ingredients that you're eating, you want to make sure you know what you're eating. This is such a great way. Is there a spoon for me?
Yeah, right around the
Or
corner.
here, I'm going to take my same. Okay. Look at the color, though. This looks like you had to mix in other ingredients. One ingredient.
Right.
This is frozen pineapple. And then what setting did you use again?
And then I used sorbet for this one. Right? And remember, this is the before, a can of pineapples, and that's the after.
Wait, no, this is the after. This is so delicious and guilt-free.
It's one of my favorites. Like we said, I do this like weekly with my kids. You can use fresh fruit too. Just add some juice or some, you know, liquid in there too. Maybe a little bit of milk. I love doing this in the summer when like all those berries are starting to turn, you know, and you're like, I spent so much on these berries. What do I do with them now? You turn them into sorbet.
You
fresh
fill your
sorbet.
pipe. Here's the deal. You're gonna pick your color. I'll show you those in just a second. But you've got a today's special value price of $179 and change. This should be $259. That's 80 bucks you're saving. Plus, do you know the shipping and handling is an extra almost 13? Let me help you pick your color to go in your kitchen. The size of it too, it's about the size of a coffee pot. It's like 23 inches high. 18 inches is the length. And then the width is gonna be about 8.5 inches. It fits on my counter just like in that little corner, and it stays there almost all summer long. You're even gonna find yourself making fall flavored ice creams like pumpkin pie and an apple cobbler for the holidays to go with your holiday apple pie. We have it in white. All of them are gonna have those nice black accents. It's really just this, you know, panel and the bottom that give you that color. Here's white, here's the pink. So pretty, it's a little metallic sheen. I have it in purple. It's almost like a nice matte, rich purple. That is gorgeous. Hey, so much for having like wings for game night. I can use this purple machine to cheer on my Minnesota Vikings.
There you go.
Here's your, this one's called Rose Gold. It's a very subtle, almost like a champagne. Really pretty, that's Rose Gold. The mint makes me feel like I'm in a vintage ice cream shop.
Yes.
I've got blue. We also have cinnamon, that looks really sharp, sitting out on your counter. And then the silver, that's a great way to go. It's the lowest price that we found on the Ninja CREAMi, one of the most trending kitchen items. We had this back in December, it's sold out. Do you know how hard it is to get the Ninja CREAMi? Do you know how hard it is to have in stock? Do you know how hard it is to bring it to you at the lowest price? We've done it with extra pints, so you get 5 pints, and you're gonna get your cookbook. Also, I just have to say really quick, and then we're gonna talk to Miss Marilyn. There's like a million recipes online, and you're even gonna easily find, you get one recipe and then you're like, ooh, but if I swap this for that, endless opportunities. Let's talk to Marilyn. who's joining us. Marilyn, good morning. What a great way to start your
How
day
are you
with ice
girls
cream.
this morning?
Hi, Marilyn. How's it going?
Oh, it's just fine. I love my Ninja. You've changed it a little bit on this one.
Yeah, this
which is
one's
fine.
the 7-in-1.
Yeah. I use yogurt